So, saan ang pagtutulong tayo?
To our dear students, teachers, guardians, parents, officers, to everyone who are here and who are viewing through our live platforms, good day. Today is a day like no other. Today, we are not just starting the celebration of the Christmas season. We are all here gathered, both physically and virtually, to witness the celebration of successes and accomplishments as we give thanks to 2022 and as we welcome the new year 2023 of the school year 2022-2023 with hope and optimism as we carry out our plans for the fulfillment of our vision. This is the first Sosa State of the School Address. I am Rex J. Vival, your host for this momentous event. Let us all rise for the invocation to be led by Miss Vanessa Lirio, to be followed by a nationalistic song.
With so much faith and confidence, let us all humble ourselves and feel the presence of God. Heavenly Father, thank you so much for waking us up this morning and for giving us another chance to see and enjoy the beauty of your creations. Thank you also for allowing us the opportunity to know how our school is going, including its plans, achievements, improvements, and other matters pertaining to the benefits of the learners in our school. The institution where you allow us to participate and leave our profession and embrace your most precious creation under our care. Thank you also for giving us this wonderful opportunity to gather today with SPTA officers, SSD officers, and other stakeholders who willingly extend their help and providing the basic things which our students need for better learning. Parents who entrust their children to us and eagerly support us for all our school activities and collaboratively work with us in maintaining a positive school environment. Our school and organizational heads who diligently plan all our activities and carefully implement the necessary measures that would promote an environment working harmoniously for the holistic development of our country's whole. Teachers who passionately and patiently deal with our learners and educating their minds and shaping their characters. They are gathering today be a venue, an avenue where we would become more inspired to work as one on the things that we need to improve to be able to give our students the kind of education that they deserve, the best one. All this we pray in Jesus' name, amen.
Let us all be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, the state of the school address is a channel and platform to know who we really are and what we are capable of. It is my profound honor to give you the icon of this ceremony, our indefatigable and ever-dynamic school principal, WBB himself, Mr. William B. Bartolome.
To sustain, to boost, and empower the name of Calamba Ccsis Integrated School and its culture of quality and excellence seemed my ultimate challenge as I set foot on this institution first day of August 2022. But with all my might, dedication, and commitment, I shall stand with 1,104 strong CCIS students, together with their parents, teachers, and staff, to profess the CCSIS remains steadfast, first-rate, prestigious, and reputable despite all the looming threats and odds. Sama-sama tayo magtutulungan at magpapatunay na ang husay at saysay dito sa kalsay tinatangay. Sa mga mag-aaral, magulang, mga guro, admin staff, panahuhin, at sa lahat ng mga manonood, maganda at makaagham na araw sa inyong lahat. This is my first ever Sosa, or State of the School Address, as the school head today. I've been here for 4 months, and my happiness and pride are profound with every piece of detail I'm going to share with you. Ako, si William Baal Bartolome, ang inyong punong guro, at sa unang 4 na buwan ng taong panuruan, narito po ang ating ulan. Ang ating pong paaralan ay binubuo ng 2 husay na may 25 silid-aralan, 2 tanggapan, isang conference room, isang 21st century classroom, isang silid-aklatan, ng junior high school building ay kasalukuyang mayroon na rin 3 kalapag na magpapatuloy sa konstruksyon para sa karagdagang pangsilid-aralan na convertible into multi-purpose hall. From 1,087 enrollment count last school year, now we have 1.3% increase. We have 1,102 where 581 are junior high school students and 521 are senior high school students. This is due to the increase in the class size. Before, we just accommodated 36 learners per classroom. Now, we house 40 to 46 students per section, which still adhering to the standard class size as set by DepEd, DOH, and IATF. This is an advantage because we boost the number of Calamba City learners who can access quality education in a science high school. Meanwhile, we have 125% increase enrollment in EBL mechatronics. From 8 students last year, we now have 18 students in the said strand. Apparently, we still have 100% promotion rate, and fortunately, we remain blackout free. We will continue to do our best so all our students will continue studying until they finish the much-awaited diploma. We have a total of 55 personnel. 43 are teaching personnel, 3 admin staff, 5 canteen staff, 2 security guards, and 2 utility workers. Upang maisulong ang kalidad ng instruksyon at pangkabuang kalidad ng edukasyon, ang ating mga kaguruan at kawani ay patuloy na nagsusumikap, nagsusulong ng kilay para mas mapaunlad ang sarili at magtamo ng karagdagang degree. 17 o 36 na bahagdan ang kasalukuyang tapos na ng master's degree. 12 o 26 na bahagdan ang kasalukuyang nag-aaral at nakapagtamo na ng units. 4 ang nagkukumpleto ng academic requirements. 4 rin ang kasalukuyang naka-enroll para naman sa postgraduate o doctorate degree. Samantalang isa sa ating mga naluguro ay doctorate degree holder na. Ito ay patunay na patuloy ang paghusay ng mga tagapagpaglay ng kalsay. Kaugnay nito, sa mga taong 2021-2022, 11 sa ating mga guro at staff ang naggamit na ng katibayan ng kanilang pagtatapos sa master's degree program. At hindi dito natatapos. 4 sa amin ay kasalukuyang itinataguyod ang pag-aaral para sa postgraduate degree. Ang dalugurong si Ginoong de la Cruz, Ginoong Barrera, Ginoong Lapitan at ang inyong lingkod. Sa sipag at tiyaga at biyaya ng Diyos, kami ay magiging doktor ng edukasyon sa iba't ibang espesyalisasyon. Yamang na pag-uusapan ng biyaya ng Diyos, narito ang magandang balita. 4 sa aking mga kasamaan ang reclassified sa mas mataas na posisyon. Ginang Rowena Acosta, Master Teacher 1 ng Agham mula Teacher 3. Ginoong Kevin Barrera, ng Araling Panlipunan, Binibining Marimel de Goma, Binibining Marisa Doblesa ng Agham, Teacher 3 mula Teacher 1. Habang si Ginang Bayrante ay kasalukuyang pababa na rin ang opisyal na promotion bilang Teacher 3. Narito ang buod ng posisyon ng Ccsis against teaching and non-teaching staff. 17 o 35 bahagdan ng Teacher 1. Siyam ang Teacher 2, habang lumobo sa 10 o 21 bahagdan ang Teacher 3. Mayroon tayong isang head teacher sa Agham, 6 na master teacher, isang admin officer 2, isang admin assistant officer 2, isang registrar 1, 2 guro sa ilalim ng local school board. Naroon pa rin ang vision natin na ang susunod na buwan at taon ay mas marami pang ma-reclass o ma-promote sa husay ng ating mga guro, hindi ito malayong mangyari. It has been almost 3 years already, especially the learners were locked up at their home because of the of the COVID-19 pandemic. Yet, we didn't stop. Teaching and learning had to go on. But honestly, we all struggled. Evidently, learners miss the social interactions, the classroom dynamics, and the profound explanation and discussions of the teachers. Fortunately, last August, we implemented the limited in-person classes, and finally, last November, we successfully brought back the full in-person classes. However, with the alarming results of the needs assessment and diagnostic test, we not only Ccsis, but the entire SEO have identified numerous gaps in terms of attainment competency of our learners. That is why the SEO Calamba City launched its banner initiative under the Basic Education Learning Recovery Plan, the Project DREAM. Develop, reintegrate, establish, assess, and modify. This project is holistic. It doesn't just address the learning gaps, but this also covers safety, security, and good governance. This is enough for our school under my leadership to move and grow with the flow. Kailangan natin pumalaon at di magapi ng mga alon. Kung kaya, nais kong opisyal na ipabatid sa inyo ang ating localized na programa na nakaangkla sa Project DREAM. Ito ay aming sagwan. Strengthen, advocate, generate, warrant, advance, and nurture. Sa bawat sagwan, papalaot sa panlahat na kabutihan at kahusayan. Ano nga ba ang sagwan? Sagwan is a Filipino term for oar or paddle. It is a long pole with a broad flat part of one end used for propelling, steering, and rowing a boat. True enough, we are in the one boat. We need to move forward and survive. What do we need in order to move towards the direction and destination we must take? Kailangan natin ng sagwan. The more the people to paddle the boat, the stronger the power to hit the target. With this in mind, we chose paddle to be a symbol of our effort and mechanism to move forward. Furthermore, each letter in the word sagwan corresponded to goals of Ccsis for all the projects and activities involved in. Let's begin with S. It stands for strengthen. Fundamental and most essential learning competencies through scaffolding and bridging interventions. A. Advocate agendas on inclusivity, gender and development, media and information literacy, mental and spiritual health, livelihood, ethics among administrators, teaching and non-teaching personnel, students, parents, and guardians. G for generate. Generate problem-based, result-oriented, and data-driven programs, projects, and activities, and innovation converging towards efficacy, quality, and excellence. Warrant. Safety and security for all stakeholders, centering on disaster-ready, pandemic resilient, and child-friendly educational institutions. Advanced functional literacy and numeracy across all learning areas. And N, nurture. Nurture participatory governance highlighting sense of ownership, responsiveness, and collaboration. Now, allow me to report the activities we conducted so far to realize sagwan. Simulan po natin sa S. The English department, headed by Mr. De La Cruz, initiated ALSA program. ALSA stands for Augmenting Literacy Skills and Aptitudes. This will be elaborated later. Moreover, the mathematics department propelled Project Matkawi and Matutog Tulungan under the baton of their chair, Ma'am Ccsis and Sir Magnayo. And science department, led by Mrs. Abenuhar and Mrs. Acosta, launched Project Abot Adham. Matkawi is a departmental effort to scaffold the current knowledge of the students towards the competence targets in grade 7 curriculum. This is to address the identified weakness of the students in prerequisite skills and competencies were vital to understanding high school mathematics lessons. They conducted understanding They conducted series of review or refresher sessions. And finally, they also recognized the top scorers in the post test of the segment. Meanwhile, Math Tutok or Math Tutok Tulungan is a strategy that groups the students to make rooms for collaboration and peer tutorials. And this FG is centered on these learned competencies, and this further prepares the learners for quarterly examination. This promotes cultures of sharing, collaboration, and accountability among learners. Across the learning areas, we also conducted diagnostic tests through GOV for general assessment of proficiency. Mr. De La Cruz, our focal person, together with his colleagues in the language department, launched Equip series. This is a learning action cell series, which means educating through quality and innovative practice. The first session was unpacking and mapping knowledge of content and its pedagogies, with Dr. Mark Anthony Ida as a resource speaker. The second episode centered on adopting interpretive exercise technique in designing summative and quarterly exams. Both sessions intend to improve teaching and assessment skills of our teachers. Now we move to A of Sagwan. To realize this, Ccsis commenced having campaign on God and human rights, moral recovery programs, mental health awareness, session on parenting, guidance office services, and lab sessions. Mr. Landoy, as a God focal person, started the 18th day vow free campaign in social media through efforts for awareness and involvement, and everyone in Ccsis community participated in this initiative. The subject teachers incorporated and integrate various advocacies and campaigns in their own classes. For instance, Mr. Vival asked the students to craft informative posters on human rights and in this ESP9 subject. In addition, Ma'am Vanessa Lirio, in her classes, encouraged the learners to design an advocacy poster on women empowerment, dangers of drugs and smoking, mental health, and biodiversity. Awareness is the key to involvement, and involvement is the key to citizen empowerment and nation building. During Parent Summit, our guidance office under Ma'am Ferrer and Ma'am Chen conducted parenting session on ABC, accept, believe, and care, breaking the stigma to improve the mental well-being of the students, with Ma'am Lerma Arroyo as the resource speaker. Ccsis conducted a last session on the topic Managing Stress, Demands, and Expectations in the Workplace with Professor Nora Lee Toliano. As the resource speaker, the session emphasized the importance of optimism and mindfulness. On the onset of the school year, the guidance office initiated a webinar which was simulcasted in all classrooms. This was about returning to school readiness towards a flourishing student life experience with Joel Narvaez as the speaker. We are also in the process of revitalizing Scouting in our institution. This promotes discipline, accountability, unity, and life skills training. This is steering by our school scout master, Ms. Carol Abraham and Mr. Magnani. Creating a positive and motivating environment has been essential to the academic success of our learners. During the first quarterly examination, we promote positivity through the installing of photo booth with motivating background, the manifesting 85 and better. Teachers' mental and physical state is paramount to effective carrying out of responsibility. That's why, during the Teachers' Day celebration, the Ccsis Faculty and Employees Association organized Olympics featuring Palaro ng Lagi, where the teachers had friendly competition which also shook off their worries and stressors and what they feel fun and exciting. CCSIS genuinely cares. Ito ay pinatunayan ng nag-organisa si Ginoong Landoy ng mental health session. Ito ay inorganisa sa kanyang mga mag-aaral at magulang ng ikapitong baita. Nang layunin ay mas mapatatag ang transparency, pag-uugnayan, pag-uunawaan ng mga bata at magulang upang mangibabaw ang diwa ng suporta at pagmamahal. To maintain the wholesome and credible image of our teachers, the last session episode 3 centered on the code of ethics for professional teachers. We invited Shirley Soriales for this episode. CCSIS does not just aim for excellence, but we also strive for holistic development. We also focus on character. To give way for spiritual development, I initiated monthly celebration of the Holy Mass, where the attendance is not mandatory, for we practice utmost respect to everyone regardless of belief and faith. We also make sure that this does not impede the flow of classes. Aligned with this, we also ended the culture of praying. We encourage the Catholic teachers and students to pray the Rosary. We did the Human Rosary last September 8th, which was attended by willing teachers and staff. Letter G of Sagwan for generate problem-based, result-oriented, and data-driven programs, projects, and activities and innovations converging towards efficacy, quality, and excellence. CCSIS as a science high school considers research a crucial tool for resolution and future breakthrough. Our golden age in quest for knowledge begin at its third prolific in the 6th Division Research Conference 2022. For the first time in years, 7 researchers, including CIT, had qualified for oral presentation and poster display. On November 22, 2022, 5 teachers researchers presented and defended their papers before families and spectators at Tanza Oasis Hotel, Cavite. And I'm proud to share that we bagged a grade of awards to those research team. Our students researcher also brought honors to our school. They also won, for instance, NID Tracer by Mangit et al. As recognized by Los Baños Science Community Foundation Incorporated and Zamora et al. National finalist of it. We made research field of UST. Through the effort of Mrs. De Cruz in uplifting the quality of gulayan sa paaralan, which yields bountiful harvest, it has resulted in gulayan pantry that benefited the school canteen, teachers, parents, and some students. And since it has been encouraged to the students and parents to have gulayan sa tahanan, the project has earned recognition such as Best Gulayan sa Paaralan Implementer. Not one less, walang batang maiiwan, walang batang mababawas. This is where Adopt a Learner program is anchored on. Mr. Sambalon, in partnership with the Brigada Escuela, has raised enough funds to benefit 40 scholars that will receive communication and transport allowances. To capacitate the teachers in developing and implementing research-driven programs, projects, and activities, CCSIS provided the last session on the orientation of PTA's organization and process flow with Dr. Rico Herrero as the resource speaker. We're now on W of Sagwan. To ensure that everybody is safe, specifically from the spread of the contagious and viral diseases, Project Means, steered by Ms. Nobleza, has been intensified. Students are highly encouraged to wash and sanitize their hands as often as possible, and we also participated in the celebration of the Global Hand Washing Day last October 15. Pandemic is not the only threat. School BRRM, led by Mr. Batulenya and Mr. Barrera, conducts earthquake drill without fail, acquisition of hard hats, and currently encourage. Moreover, safety and first aid measures have been incorporated across the subjects. From the COVID, fire, and earthquake, dengue still remains a threat. Thus, with the aid of the barangay and city health, we had already fogging and misting before within our provinces. Recently, the DOH and LGU collaborated and Ccsis for inoculating students, parents, and teachers with COVID-19 doses. The school conducted orientation. The vaccination program has a total of 292 vaccinated pediatric, adult, and newborn population, 210 students, 59 parents, and 23 school personnel. We're down now to the second and last E of Sagwan. Advanced functional literacy and numeracy across all learning areas. In order to advance, we have to know what's being left behind. Ccsis Language Department conducted field theory, specifically the group screening test, to identify the learners who need intervention in reading. Out of 166, 23 or 13.9% got the score of 13 and below in English. On the other hand, in Filipino, there were only 7 or 4% who needed to undergo interventions and further testing. The G7 English and Filipino teachers focused on these learners and provided materials suited for them. They were also subjected to vocabulary enhancement, drills, and reading comprehension exercises. After almost 4 months, from 23 struggling readers, there were only 4, 3 in English and 1 in Filipino, remain in instructional level. The rest of the G7 population are now independent readers. But the language department are still sustaining several projects and activities to assure that no one is left behind. In consonance with this, the language department headed by Mr. De La Cruz launched their flagship program entitled ALSA, Augmenting Literacy Skills and Aptitudes, which target the entire student population. Now allow me to give you the overview of what ALSA program does. ALSA activities, the word bank, giving word for the day, which the students compile, and this is partnered with weekly spelling bee. They also have weekly common grammar mistakes intervention. CIMAC, or the Communication and Media Arts Club, continues their literacy advocacy. The Facebook page, which displays variety of information and pictures which truly advance love for language, arts, and literature. These are the pictures of the weekly spelling bee. Top selling wizards are also being recognized. Top spelling wizards. We are also proud that ALSA programs encourages teachers to offer a wide array of performance tasks that can really bring out the best in them. One example is dramatic poetry recitation and the informative poster making. Aside from oral and written and interpretation of literary pieces, teachers also offer interpretation through artworks, which indeed utilizes improved students' creativity. The reading have also received a lot of book donations coming from different sponsors and donors. To tell you more about the ALSA and Brigada Pagbasa in partnership with CIMAC, or Communication and Media Arts Club, these are now the highlights. They learn, or a learning a day drives ignorance away. This is a way of optimizing the power of social media. This involves the application of the official CIMAC and Brigada Pagbasa Facebook page. This is a daily post of varied sources of learning in relation to language and literature. Every Monday, we have Tala Salita, or word for the day. Tuesday, Jibites, or grammar lesson. Wednesday, Manunulat Ala, or author feature. Thursday, Utita, Proverbs, immortal lines, or famous quotes. Friday, bookmark, book review, and literature feature. Saturday or Saturdays, feature article, and extraordinary stories. We have also Macto, Advancing Literacy Towards Lasting Legacy. This is a webinar series that tackles topics related to reading, information, and literacy. We have Basa-Basa o Aklat Panty. Pass and read it forward. This is the CCSIS version of Aklat Panty, wherein the learners, teachers, and parents can bring books and donate them in the school fund. They can exchange books and share their notes and reflection on a certain story. We have also Kwentuhanan, or Kwentuhan sa Tahanan. Kwentuhanan is a story reading and storytelling program that students and their family can enjoy. Every Saturday, the students together with their family members will read something together and share their thoughts after the session. This will run for at least 30 minutes. These are some of the samples of Macto. CCSIS fosters relationship between students and reading through launching of CCSIS Learning Resource Center for Reading Hub, which houses more than 500 literary books as product of Basa project and Aklat Panty, a share a book drive. One of the moment of the as of the moment, the Aklat Panty has recorded a total of more than 150,000 plus worth of book donations. Alongside with this, CCSIS held its week-long book fair in partnership with Bookbill Project. As part of this, Mr. Dennis Aguilar, Bookbill Project Head of Operations, talked about the value of reading. Last September, the CCSIS conducted activities in the line of the International Literary Month celebration. The activities include poetry writing, essay writing, informative, poster making, slogan making, and spelling bee. Project Speak, students' proficiency, eloquence, and knowledge. This is a local speech test where students join in various contests such as debate, impromptu, extemporaneous, declamation, storytelling, and spoken poetry. The proposal in this project, and this is expected to be held in January 2020 as part of the performance task in oral communication, MIL, and EAPP subjects. Brigada Eskwela is the ultimate indicator of bayanihan, unity, and communal collaboration. As a matter of fact, we have accumulated 4.1 million pesos generated resources and volunteer hours. In our Brigada Eskwela, we also boost our efforts to uphold our home learning spaces. Brigada Pagbasa, Gulayan sa Paaralan, Adopt a Learner in our gender and development programs. Furthermore, our community won't be complete without the unwavering support of our parents, represented by the SPTA officers. We successfully had the elections and oath-taking ceremony as presided by Honorable Vice Mayor Totti Lazaro. In consonance with this, we also had named our new set of CCSIS Faculty and Employees Association under the baton of the FEA President, Mr. Edson de la Cruz. This year, we also harvested significant number of partnerships, like microelectronics, which provided donations and knowledge regarding electronics and robotics. Bookbill Project is also a partner. They provided our Book Fair 2022. DOST and LGU have been so supportive. We are one of the 11 schools nationwide to be granted with a multi-million worth of 21st century classroom. Anihan and also MAP have paid a visit, looking forward to stronger ties with the school. China Bank Savings also sent their support and donations for Brigada Eskwela Plus. and the Department of Agriculture remain our institutional friend as they consistently support and recognize our gulayan sa paaralan. Calamba City Agricultural Services Department and Cooperative and Livelihood Development Office are also our partners in gulayan. They donated sacks of organic fertilizer and seeds. National University, Laguna, and Pima Rizal College of Laguna are also now our partners. They have donated whiteboards and have pledged their support respectively. In all decisions for the schools and the learners, voices of everyone matter. That's why we give importance to consultative meetings, which pave the ways for brainstorming and collaboration. From Brigada Eskwela Planning to regular departmental meetings, everyone matters. Every idea must be heard. Our alumni have been playing a vital role in keeping the culture of excellence, brotherhood, and sisterhood alive. They've been visible throughout the Brigada Eskwela, providing support and efforts to sustain and increase the number of beneficiaries. We cordially celebrated their program outside Bali, Danang. I am also keeping in touch with our Sangguniang Barangay for more solid partnership. For instance, I have attended your forum as a show of support and involvement. Students, parents, teachers, that is our sagwan. Sama-sama tayong sumagwan upang manatiling number 1. Last October 26 to 28, the first quarterly exam was held for the junior high school. For the junior high school results, we consolidated the results of exam per learning area across G7 to G10. The results show that research subjects got the highest MPS of 78.69%, followed by ESP 78.29%, and MAPE 76.74%. On the other hand, science subjects gained the lowest MPS with only 72.11%, followed by ICT 73.81%, and Math 73.84%. Meanwhile, in the senior high school department, we did the same thing. We identified the average of the subjects per learning area. The chart exhibits that TBL got the highest MPS with 81.98%. PE ranked second with 80.06%, and followed by Ccsis subjects with 78.9%. Contrary to the trend in junior high school, research got the lowest MPS in senior high school with 67.84% MPS. English that compressed oral communication, MIL, and EAPP followed it with 68.27%. Science also got lowest MPS of 69.55. This might not be so close with our 85% MPS target, which may be impacted by adjustment from remote learning to face-to-face and the learning gaps brought about by the pandemic. But these are data which can be our baseline and springboard towards improving general academic performance and intensifying quality instruction. We saw to it that the less learned competencies are identified and interventions are in progress. Bit by bit, slowly but surely, we can climb to the top. For the results of the AWAT exam, it is indeed a success. We have recorded a significant leap in terms of improvement rate. We have 17.6% and 29.3% improvement rate in G7 and G11, respectively. Congratulations, Science Department. As I have mentioned, as of today, our recently launched Reading Hub house more than 500 literary books, and general references. These approximately amount to more than 150,000 pesos. Truly, when we're together, we can reach higher. Since the implementation of the limited to full in-person classes, we have been accommodating series of visitors who intended to monitor all aspects of our readiness. And I am confident that we have been compliant to all the standards and policies of DepEd, LGU, DOH, and IATF. We have shown our MOBs and responded according to their sound suggestions and comments. Hashtag Talsay compliant, hashtag Talsay masunod. In less than half a year, I have been so overwhelmed by the powering achievements and accomplishments of our schools. Truly, this is the home of excellence. This is the success indicator of our efforts in our programs, projects, and activities. Allow me to once again recognize and congratulate the following Talsay achievements. Yuan Catan is elected as the president of the Calamba City YESCO. Reina Librea is the vice president of Calamba City Division Federation of BKT. Yasha Bautista is the vice president of Division Federated SSG. Anya Manalo is elected as the president of Provincial Children's Federation. This is Joanne Kirsten Racelis in a courtesy call in the office of the city mayor, vice mayor, and STS for bagging awards in various national and international competitions. We have also bagged awards from Thailand International Math Olympiad. Our students also won in the Future Intelligence Student Olympiad 2022, Mathematics Without Borders 2022, Autumn Round, and Permat Mathematical Olympiad National Round. Ituala siblings also grabbed bronze medals from 2022 Asia International Mathematical Olympiad 2022. The BOSP also recognized our learners in 2022 Youth Excellence in Science Awards. Another one, we represented our division in the Adolescent Health Big Short Film Contest 2022. Our students are truly well-rounded, not just in the academics, but also in performing arts. Isabella Bichuala is a lyrical double platinum scorer in the 2022 Get the Beat Asia Valley competition, and she is a world finals qualifier. Elena Beatriz Manalo also earned a silver medal in intermediate kata and open kumite in a karate cup. Dominic Zamora and her team qualified to the national finals of 5th IMAID We Make Research competition. Ccsis is hailed as the best school-based research management. Mr. Bibal won the best paper and best oral presenter in literacy category during the 6th Division Research Conference. Meanwhile, Mr. Bagulenya also won the best paper award in mixed category. Mr. De La Cruz and his team, now alumni, emerged champion in the 14th Shen Saya Science Festival Youth Science Awards initiated by DOST Calabarzon and Los Baños Science Community Foundation Incorporated. God's grace is never ending. Based on the published memorandum, we are one of the finalists in the Calambayani Best Performing Public High School. Mr. Kevin Varela will be representing Class 32 in the Calambayani Most Outstanding Secondary Teacher. Mr. Ray Alex Nagboy for the best GAD implementer. And Dr. Magnaye for outstanding teacher researcher. When it rains, it pours. Our Brigada Escuela 2022 won the division Best Brigada Escuela Implementer and will advance to the regional finals, large school category. Our own learning space program also won the Calamba City Best Learning Space Implementer. Brigada Pagbasa, Gulayan sa Paaralan, and GAD also emerged best implementers in the division-wide competition. We are also proud that we have provided 3 uniforms to the total population of our students. Special thanks to Honorable City Mayor Ros Rizal and David Calamba for making this possible. In improvements, we have lent phone tablets to 45 students, which are a great help in their studies. As I have previously mentioned, we are so blessed to be one of the 3 schools in Calamba City and 11 schools nationwide to be given 21st century learning environment model. This houses high-tech gadgets, equipment, robots, and software. This also features the trapezoidal tables, which are flexible for any seating setups, providing more room for dynamics and collaboration. Thank you, DOST, DepEd, and LG. Finally, we have written letters and have been preparing all the documents necessary for the conversion of our institution into Calamba City National Science High School. This means that we will be a nationally recognized science high school and not just locally legislated institution. This will make a room for more benefits such as autonomy, more budget allocations, administration and organizational structure changes, more advanced classrooms and facilities, special science curriculum, teachers reclassification and promotions, more opportunities, and to name a few. Our Honorable Congressman Chuck Hernandez Alcantara, Honorable City Mayor Ros Rizal, Honorable City Vice Mayor Tommy Lazaro, SDS Ma'am Berly Ilagan are one in making this reality. Let's hope for the best. After all, Romans 8:28 says, all things work together for good. This is just the beginning for a worthwhile journey. We're all in this together. Hanggat may pusong umiibig, utak na nag-iisip, mga kamay na tumutulong at nagmamalasakit. Ang Calamba City Science Integrated School ay patuloy na sasagwan at ligtas na makararating sa dalampasigang nagtataglan ng legalibreng edukasyon, hindi mabilang na tagumpay, at mas seryosong reputasyon. Ako, si William Baal Bartolome, inyong punong-gurong naglilingkod, naguulan. Sa bawat sagwan, papalaot sa panlahat na kabutihan at kahusayan. Sagwan, ang sekreto ng pagiging number 1. Maraming salamat po.
Wow, can a host be speechless? I am so proud of all the CalSci achievements we have or we had so far. So please be seated. They are so overwhelmed, Sir William Bartolome. That was a blast. That was the Sosa that we've been waiting for. Thank you very much. And now, you students know kung nasaan kayong paaralan. Sabihin nyo sa katabi nyong estudyante, maswerte ka, nasa CalSci ka. Okay? Mapagod. Nakaka-stress din, di ba? Pero ang kapalit nun, ang mga pinalangkas ni Sir William Bartolome sa hapong ito. Kayo ay nasa tamang institusyon, nasa mga kamay ng tama at mahuhusay na guro na may mahusay na pinuno at napaka-supportive ng mga magulang. Palakpakan natin. Okay? Maraming salamat, and that wraps up our Sosa for today. And let us have the photo of first of our Sir William and the teachers, and then followed by Sir William and the parents, and mamaya po ay isang picture na kasama po ang audience. Tatalikod na lang si Sir William. And to all the viewers, palakpakan naman kayo dyan sa yung mga nasa classrooms kung kayo ay nanonood. Okay, naririnig ba natin? Okay, so hopefully hopefully nanood sila kasi mamimiss nila ang 50% of their lives, no? Kung hindi nila napanood at narinig ang mga sinabi at inulat ng ating punong guro. So, at dahil yan, itong speech or address ni Sir William ang magiging senyales na bukas tayo ay magse-celebrate na. Babalik tayo sa quarantine 2023, mas malakas, mas mahusay. Okay? And of course, after this event, we will have another, it's a back-to-back event, and we will have an event under the supervision of Mr. Sambalon, our Adapt a Learner beneficiary. So let's have a photo op with, umpisahan natin with the parents, with our SPT.
Ito na lang, sir.